Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Om Adhyanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Dvacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna dear devotees, I welcome you to today's Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita session. Today is July 19, 2026 and we are in the 522nd session of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are reading from Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita's Madhya Lila, chapter 10, the Lord's return to Jagannātha Purī, text 181. Prema vinā kabhu nahe tāṅra sākṣāt ihara kripate hoye daraśana ihara. So what is the context here? This is Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya speaking. So let us go over the context here. So when Brahmānanda Bhāratī said that the reason Mahaprabhu got defeated is not because he's a disciple and Brahmānanda Bhāratī is the guru, and naturally a guru is defeated by the spiritual master. This is, that means Guru's words have more weight. So in that sense, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I am defeated because Guru is certain to be defeated always in front of the spiritual master. So then Brahmānanda Bhāratī said, no, you are not defeated because you are the disciple. Rather, it is the nature of the Supreme Lord to accept defeat from his devotee. So Brahmānanda Bhāratī is establishing that Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu is the Supreme Lord and Brahmānanda Bhāratī is a devotee. His original statement was that now there are two Brahmans, Supreme Brahmans in Jagannātha Purī. One is Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu and the other is of course Lord Jagannātha on the altar. So he's still making that point. And then he said one more point. One more thing is, all my life I had been practicing Brahman. I'm practicing meditating on Brahman. But ever since I came in the association of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, simply by seeing him once, by hearing from him once, now I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa in front of my eyes. Kṛṣṇa is on my tongue. That means I'm chanting Kṛṣṇa's name constantly. Kṛṣṇa is in my heart. And when I see Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, I see Kṛṣṇa in Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And I have this great desire for devotional service when I see Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. So then Mahaprabhu is saying, you have such deep love for Kṛṣṇa that wherever you glance, you're seeing Kṛṣṇa. So remember, Brahmānanda Bhāratī had asked Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya to be the mediator, to be the judge, to decide who is right. So initially when he quoted from Mahabharata saying, quoting the verse about Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu in Mahabharata, then Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya said, yes, you are right. You are the winner. What you say is correct. At that time, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu said, yes, of course, whatever you say, I have to accept because you are the spiritual master, I am the disciple. That's how it started. So Brahmānanda Bhāratī had asked Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya to be the judge. So now when he said this, that I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. Although I had practiced meditating on Brahman all my life from the beginning of, from my very birth. But now wherever I see, I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa. And then Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu answered that you are seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere because you have such deep love for Kṛṣṇa. Wherever you glance, you are seeing Kṛṣṇa. So after hearing this, actually before that, one more thing, this Advaita Vithipati. So Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya, Brahmānanda Bhāratī also said, after he said that Kṛṣṇa nama spure mukhe mane netre Kṛṣṇa tomake tad rupa dekhi hridaya satrishna. So this is the verse that ever since I saw you, there's Kṛṣṇa nam on my tongue or in my mouth, in my mind, and in front of my eyes there is Kṛṣṇa. There's Kṛṣṇa in my heart, Kṛṣṇa in front of, I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa in my heart, I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa in front of my eyes. And when I see you, I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa. And in my heart there is great thirst for bhakti by seeing you. So, and then he said, my condition has become like Bilvamangal Thakur's. Whatever you have done to Bilvamangal Thakur, I see that my condition has become exactly like that. Because Bilvamangal Thakur was also, so then how? In Bilvamangal Thakur's own words, he's saying that I have been worshipped, I was worshipable for the followers of Advaitavad. I was initiated on the throne of, self-realization or Atmananda. However, by one particular chief, somehow or other, forcibly, I have been made into a maid servant of the person of a cowherd boy, who is always joking with the gopi ladies, gopi girls, gopis. That means I was initially an impersonalist, but then I've been made into a maid servant. That means I've been made into a devotee. Like that. So then, by hearing this, that means this was Bilvamangal Thakur's condition. How he was turned from an impersonalist or a Mayavadi philosopher to a devotee. Brahmānanda Bhāratī is saying, I'm seeing that my condition has become exactly like Bilvamangal Thakur's. Now, wherever I see, I'm only seeing Kṛṣṇa. I'm constantly, there's Kṛṣṇa on my tongue, that means Kṛṣṇa's name. And there's Kṛṣṇa in my heart, Kṛṣṇa is in front of my eyes. And my heart is yearning for Kṛṣṇa. When I see you, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa and my heart is yearning. Then Mahaprabhu said, you have such deep love for Kṛṣṇa. That's why wherever your glance falls, you see Kṛṣṇa there. This is because of your deep love for Kṛṣṇa. This is because of your love for Kṛṣṇa. Now, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is giving his judgment. He's saying both of you are correct. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu is correct and Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is, and Brahmānanda Bhāratī is also correct. And then he said, this point I have to explain further now. Age yadi Kṛṣṇa dena sākṣāt. So you have to read these 180, 189, 81 together. भट्टाचार्य कोहे दोहारा सुसत्य वचन, आप दोनों के वचन एकदम सत्य है, बोथ ऑफ यू आर राइट। आगे यदि कृष्ण देन साक्षात दर्शन, प्रेम विना कभू नहे तारा साक्षात्कार। नाउ इन फ्यूचर और so both of you right. However, even if Krishna gave his direct darshan, sakshat darshan, direct audience, even if he gave his direct darshan, prema vina kabhu nahe tara sakshatkar. Without love, it is not possible for one to get his sakshatkar. You understand? Even if Krishna were present in front of your eyes, unless you have love, you will not be able to see him. This is Swarup Damodar Goswami saying. Bhattacharya kohe doṅhāra susatya vacana. Doṅhāra susatya vacana means whatever Brahmānanda Bhāratī said is correct and whatever Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu said is also correct. What is Brahmānanda Bhāratī saying? Brahmānanda Bhāratī is saying that because of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, I am able to see Krishna everywhere. I am seeing Krishna everywhere means at all times I am seeing Krishna. I am seeing Krishna in my heart. I am chanting Krishna's name, and wherever I see in my eye, in front of my eyes also, I am seeing Krishna. This is because, and this happened after I came in touch with Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Before that, I was an impersonalist, a Mayavadi, and I was always meditating on Brahman. But ever since I met Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, now I am seeing Krishna everywhere. This was Brahmānanda Bhāratī's statement. And Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying, yes, both are correct. That means Brahmānanda Bhāratī's statement is correct. That by Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, he is able to see Krishna everywhere. Okay? Now, the other, and he also said, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya said, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is also correct. What did Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu say? Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said that because you have deep love for Krishna, wherever you see, you are seeing Krishna. So it is not that, so what Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, it's not that I am here, therefore because of my influence, you are seeing Krishna everywhere. Rather, because you have such Krishna prema, such deep love for Krishna, that because of your love, it is because of your love that you are seeing Krishna everywhere. You are seeing Krishna in me. You are seeing Krishna in your heart. You are seeing Krishna everywhere. Why just me? So you are, Brahmānanda Bhāratī's point is Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. And Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, but you are seeing Krishna everywhere. Wherever your eyes, wherever your glance falls, you are seeing Krishna there. And you are seeing, if you see me, you see Krishna in me. If you see a tree, you see Krishna in a tree. Wherever you see, you are seeing Krishna. Why? Because you have deep love. That's why you're able to see Krishna. You have Krishna prema. When you have, that means you're a great Mahabhagavad devotee who has love for Godhead. A Mahabhagavad devotee, wherever he sees, he is only seeing Krishna, his worshipable deity. And because you're a Mahabhagavad devotee, because you have such deep love, wherever you see, you're seeing Krishna. Now, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is giving his judgment. Both of you are correct. How both are correct? That he's explaining in these two verses. How both are correct. So again, I'm saying, what did Brahmānanda Bhāratī say? Because of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, now wherever he sees, he's seeing Krishna. So his statement is Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. That was his original point. So it is because of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever he sees, he's seeing Krishna. Otherwise, he never had this before. He was only meditating on Brahman. And Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, because you have love for Krishna, therefore wherever you see, you're seeing Krishna. And Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying, both are correct. Both of you are saying the right thing. What Brahmānanda Bhāratī said is also right. What Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said is also right. And then he is saying, Age jadi Krishna dena sākṣāt darshan. Further. Okay. So both are correct. What Brahmānanda Bhāratī said is also right. What Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said is also right. Further, even if Krishna showed himself, like he appeared, he were present in front of you, still without love, prema vinā, kabhu nahe, sākṣāt. If the person didn't have love for Krishna, even if Krishna is present in front of his eyes, he will never be able to see Krishna. This is very important. You see, is Krishna present everywhere? He is present in every atom. He is everywhere. Krishna is present. He is all pervading. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is all pervading. He is everywhere. Many examples we have in Srimad Bhagavatam also. When Ashwatthama shot an arrow, actually he released 6 Brahmastras, 5 for the Pandavas and 1 for Parikshit Maharaj, who was in the womb of Uttara. So in the Bhagavatam we see when Ashwatthama released those arrows, Krishna, even before the Pandavas could react and take an action against, to counter the Brahmastra, Krishna immediately countered them, knowing that there was not enough time there. So he immediately, even before they could do anything, he himself absorbed those Brahmastras that were released towards the Pandavas. And the 6th one, which was directed toward Parikshit Maharaj, who was in the womb of Uttara, Krishna was standing. Uttara came running to Lord Krishna for protection. Krishna was standing outside and immediately he manifested inside the womb. That means he was outside and he was also manifested inside the womb of Uttara. And with his, this is the vision of Parikshit Maharaj in the womb. He saw Krishna with his club, going around the womb, protecting the womb from this Brahmashira weapon, which was released by Ashwatthama. So, Krishna is present outside and he is also inside. He is present everywhere. For his devotee, he can manifest anywhere. He is present everywhere. Also, when Krishna went to see Bhishma Dev on the bed of arrows, Bhishma Dev saw Krishna standing in front of him. So Bhishma Dev was looking at Krishna, but he saw Krishna was the same Krishna who was standing in front of him. He saw in everyone's heart, not as Paramatma, but as Krishna. So Krishna is present everywhere. Two-handed Krishna is all pervading. He is present everywhere. That's my point. However, is everyone able to see Krishna everywhere? No. Everyone is not able to see Krishna everywhere. The neophyte devotees are able to see Krishna on the altar only. We see Krishna only on the altar. And that too, neophytes see Krishna in the form of a deity only. But still, they worship Krishna because of faith. Because of faith that Krishna is here. This deity is non-different from Krishna. Having heard it from Shastras, having heard it from Guru Parampara, we have faith and we worship Krishna as the deity on the altar. But outside the altar, are we seeing Krishna? He is present everywhere, but we are not seeing Krishna everywhere. That's the point. But because Krishna says, Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavita. Mudhoyam nabhijanati lokoyam paramavyayam. So I'm not visible to the fools and rascals. To them, I'm I'm covered by my yoga maya. That means their eyes are covered. They are not able to see Krishna, even though Krishna is present everywhere. But who will see Krishna? We see great devotees, premi bhaktas who have love of Godhead. They see Krishna's pastimes happening. They are seeing Krishna's pastimes in front of their eyes. So even though he is present everywhere, and even though his pastimes are happening all the time, Nitya Leela means eternally, at every moment they are happening. But who is able to see the pastimes of Krishna? Only one who has love for Krishna is able to see. It is not that Krishna is present everywhere, so everyone is seeing. It's not like that. Only those who have love for Krishna, prema, they can only see. They can only see Krishna present everywhere and Krishna's pastimes. Okay? So now Brahmānanda Bhāratī is saying he is seeing Krishna constantly. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this is because you have love. When you have such deep love, you will see Krishna everywhere. Both are right, isn't it? So what is Brahmānanda Bhāratī's point? That point, I think we touched upon it slightly. Brahmānanda Bhāratī's point is that it's because of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu only that I'm seeing. So this is the crux here. And Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya in these two verses, 180, 181, he's saying, again I'm reading, Bhaṭṭācārya kahe doṅhāra susatya vacana. Brahmānanda Bhāratī is also correct and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu is also correct. Age, yadi Kṛṣṇa dena sākṣāt darshan, prema vinā kabhu nahe tāṅra. Further, both are right. Further, even yadi Kṛṣṇa dena, Kṛṣṇa gave sākṣāt darshan. Even if Kṛṣṇa gave sākṣāt darshan, that means even if Kṛṣṇa is personally present. So is Kṛṣṇa personally present now or not? He is present everywhere or not? He is all pervading. Kṛṣṇa is all pervading. So he is present everywhere. Jadi, so he is present. Sākṣātkar, he is there. Prema vinā kabhu nahe tāṅra. If you don't have love, even if he is present in front of your eyes, you won't see him. Or you can also take it like this. If you don't have love, even if he is present in front of you, you won't see him. Like Duryodhana. Kṛṣṇa was present in front of Duryodhana. Was Duryodhana seeing Kṛṣṇa? He was thinking, I will arrest Kṛṣṇa. I will arrest Kṛṣṇa. Kamsa was seeing Kṛṣṇa, but what was he seeing? He's saying, this is my death. He wanted to kill Kṛṣṇa. So what type of, and that washerman, when Kṛṣṇa went to Mathura, he asked for Kṛṣṇa and his cowherd boyfriends. He asked some nice clothes and the washerman he kind of, chastised them. These are the clothes of Kamsa. How dare you ask these clothes? Was he seeing Kṛṣṇa? Was he seeing Kṛṣṇa? Sākṣātkar, direct, the Supreme Personality. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarva loka maheshwaram. He is the proprietor of everything. How could he say that this belongs to Kamsa? Everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. Everyone else is borrowing from the Supreme Lord. Even the great, great kings and demigods, nothing is theirs. Everything is the Lord's energy. It belongs to him. Whatever belongs to him must be engaged in his service. So if somebody is not seeing, that means he's not seeing Kṛṣṇa. So that way also you can understand. Without love, you will not see Kṛṣṇa. That means even though you are seeing Kṛṣṇa, you are not actually seeing who he is. You are not seeing his actual position. Without love, you don't see. You cannot see Kṛṣṇa. You can never see Kṛṣṇa, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying. Prema vinā kabhu nahe. Kṛṣṇa sākṣātkar. Without love, it is never possible to see Kṛṣṇa. Even if Kṛṣṇa is present, even if Kṛṣṇa is giving darshan, you won't be able to see him. It's like sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice is sweet. That is the nature of sugarcane juice. It's very refreshing, very sweet. But one who has jaundice, when he drinks sugarcane juice, he is not experiencing the sweetness of sugarcane. Rather, he is experiencing it as a bitter drink. Sugarcane is not bitter. The fault is in the diseased person. He has jaundice. Because of jaundice, he is tasting sugarcane as bitter. Now, is he enjoying sugarcane? Is he relishing sugarcane? Is he able to see, really experience what sugarcane tastes like? No, he is not able to. When will he be able to taste sugarcane properly, whatever is its nature? He will be able to taste sugarcane when his disease is cured. When his disease is cured, when jaundice is cured, then he will be able to taste the sweetness of sugarcane. So what does that mean? The disease being cured means, of course, your avidya is removed, but simply by removal of avidya, you don't experience Kṛṣṇa. So the medicine for treating jaundice is also drinking sugarcane only. You don't have to do anything else. It's bitter. As you keep drinking, your jaundice is getting cured by that sugarcane juice. And finally, one day, you'll start tasting sweet. The sugarcane is tasting sweet. That means you're actually experiencing sugarcane. Similarly, what we have to do is we have to do bhakti, sadhana bhakti. By this sadhana bhakti, all the anarthas are removed, avidya is also removed. But simply by removal of avidya, it is not that you'll experience Kṛṣṇa. No. And then you'll start getting taste, ruchi, asakti, bhava, prema. When you get prema, then you will experience the Lord. Sākṣātkar, Prabhu's Sākṣātkar. You will see Kṛṣṇa face to face. You will experience, you will hear Kṛṣṇa's voice. You will be able to touch Kṛṣṇa's body. You will be able to smell the fragrance of Kṛṣṇa's body. Smell the fragrance of tulsi leaves on his lotus feet. Smell the fragrance of the Vaijayanti garland around his neck. And you'll be able to taste. If you are in Madhurya relationship, you'll be able to taste the sweetness of Kṛṣṇa's lips. And if you are in Vatsalya, there also, by kissing Kṛṣṇa's cheeks, you'll be able to taste the sweetness. So, the point is, when will you experience Kṛṣṇa? When you have prema. So, what did Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu say? Brahmānanda Bhāratī, you are experiencing Kṛṣṇa everywhere because you have deep love. So now Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying, even if Kṛṣṇa gave sākṣātkar without having love, one will never experience Kṛṣṇa. So who is he supporting by this statement? He is supporting Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya said, both of you are correct. Both of you are correct. But both of you correct. Further, even if Kṛṣṇa gave his sākṣātkar, his darshan, without having love, one cannot experience Kṛṣṇa. One can never experience Kṛṣṇa without prema. So Mahaprabhu said, because you have love, therefore you are able to see Kṛṣṇa. Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is also saying the same thing. Even if Kṛṣṇa gave darshan without love, you will not be able to experience. So what does that mean? Brahmānanda Bhāratī is seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. He's seeing Kṛṣṇa in Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He's seeing Kṛṣṇa in his heart. And Kṛṣṇa is always in his mouth. That means he's chanting Kṛṣṇa's names. And he has this great raga, thirst, satrishna. Trishna means what? Thirst. So this is called raga for the Lord at every moment. These are all the symptoms of a devotee who got raga. This is ragamayi bhakti. Now, who has this? Brajavasis have this type of love for Kṛṣṇa. So Brahmānanda Bhāratī is having that now. But the second point that Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya will say, I don't know if I'm sharing the screen. Let me see. So the other thing that he's saying, PREMA vinā kabhu nahe tāṅra sākṣāt. Ihara kripate hoy darshana ihar. This is also significant. So you see, either here 2 times ihara is said. Ihara means by him. Okay. Inse, Hindi mein, inse. Inki, you can say. Ihara means inki kripa se hoga. Inka darshan. Okay. So here it is significant. This ihara means both iharas are different. Ihara means it is referring to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Ihara kripate. That means by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's mercy, hoy darshan. Who is getting darshan here? Brahmānanda Bhāratī. So this ihara is Brahmānanda Bhāratī. Okay. Ihara kripate hoy darshan ihar. By the mercy. So first ihara is referring to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Second ihara is referring to Brahmānanda Bhāratī. Ihara kripate, by the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, hoy darshana ihar. Brahmānanda Bhāratī is getting darshan. By the mercy of Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is getting darshan. What darshan is Brahmānanda Bhāratī getting? He's seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. He's seeing Kṛṣṇa in his heart. He's seeing Kṛṣṇa in Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. How Brahmānanda Bhāratī is able to see Kṛṣṇa everywhere? By the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. So who is Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya supporting by this statement? He is supporting Brahmānanda Bhāratī. Because Brahmānanda Bhāratī said that before I was a Mayavadi, like I was meditating on Brahman all my life from my very birth. But ever since I saw Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, ever since I got the association of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, now I'm seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. So how this change has happened? He's saying it is because of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Caitanya Mahāprabhu is Kṛṣṇa. So I hope you got this point. We didn't read the purport the other day. I just read the verse, but now after this explanation, we will read. Prema vinā kabhu nahe tāṅra sākṣāt ihara kripate hoy darshana ihar. Without having ecstatic love for Kṛṣṇa, one cannot see him directly. So this is Mahaprabhu supporting Mahaprabhu's statement. Without having ecstatic love for Kṛṣṇa, one cannot see him directly. Therefore, through the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Brahmānanda Bhāratī has acquired direct vision of the Lord. So then, but it is only by the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu that Brahmānanda Bhāratī got darshan of Kṛṣṇa. So what is the connection here? You're able to see the connection. First is that without love, you cannot get, even if Kṛṣṇa is personally present, without love, you are not able to get sākṣātkar of Kṛṣṇa. You are not able to see Kṛṣṇa if you don't have love. And the second point is, by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's mercy, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is able to see Kṛṣṇa. Connecting these two, can you bring out one point here? Again, I'm saying, without love, it is not possible to get sākṣātkar of Kṛṣṇa. That means you will not be able to see Kṛṣṇa if you don't have prema. Second point is, by Mahaprabhu's mercy, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is able to see Kṛṣṇa. So what can you conclude from these two verses? Both are correct. One statement is by Brahmānanda Bhāratī, the other statement is by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying both the points and he's saying both of you are correct. But what is the conclusion that we derive by connecting both these points? One more time. Without love, it is not possible to see Kṛṣṇa. Even if he's present in front of you, you will not see him if you don't have love. Okay. Second point is, Brahmānanda Bhāratī, by Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is seeing Kṛṣṇa. by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Brahmānanda Bhāratī sing Kṛṣṇa. Yes, Mataji.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahavadanyaya. He came to give Krishna prema.
That is the point. That is the point. You get mercy, that means you get prema. How do you get prema? Mahaprabhu is giving that prema, or Krishna is giving that prema. Unless this prema cannot be given by anyone. Only the Lord can give you prema. That's the point here. Devotee can give you mercy. By that mercy, you can get Shraddha and you can start sadhana bhakti. But some powerful sadhu, devotee, if he wants, he can also give you directly bhava. That means without doing any sadhana, directly you can get bhava also. But even if a devotee has prema, he cannot give prema to a conditioned soul. He cannot give prema. Prema is given by who? By the Lord himself. That's the point. So maybe I can show, this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, 4 ways how one can get bhava. I'll just write it down, it will be easier. So we are in Madhya Leela. Chapter 10, text 181. So I'm telling you how one gets prema. Okay, how one gets prema. So first is like a brand new conditioned soul. So from here, the beginning is what? Sadhu Sangha. He'll get Sadhu's mercy. And by that Sadhu Sangha, what is happening? His Shraddha. He'll get some Shraddha. Or he can also get Ruchi. By Sadhu Sangha, it's possible. So if you get Shraddha, then you'll do Vaidhi Sadhana. Vaidhi Sadhana. Bhakti. And if you get Ruchi, then you will do Raganuga. Sadhana. Bhakti. And then, because of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, eventually you'll come to Bhava. And by Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, you'll come to Bhava. Both these Bhavas are different. Okay? This is Bhava coming from Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So there will be this awe and reverence. So it's Aishwarya Yukta. Aishwarya Yukta Bhava. And here this is Madhurya. bhava. That means Vraja Prema. Okay. And then from bhava, you'll get prema. But is this automatic? Is this automatic? No. Here, Kṛṣṇa will give. When Kṛṣṇa is satisfied, who gives you the... Okay. So I said there are 4 ways to get bhava. This is 2 ways. And what is the other way of getting... So first, this is essential for everyone. Sadhu Sangha, mercy of sadhu is essential. Without this, nothing will happen. But after Sadhu Sangha, if one gets Kṛṣṇa Kripa, by Kṛṣṇa Kripa, one can directly get bhava. That means he has surpassed sadhana bhakti. No sadhana bhakti. Directly you can get bhava. Or by this sadhu's mercy or another sadhu's mercy, right? Bhakta Kripa. By Bhakta Kripa, you can directly get, you can also directly get bhava. It can be either one. You can get either Madhurya Bhava, Aishwarya Bhava. By the mercy, you can get either one. So you see how many ways you are able to get. So here I'll write 4 ways of getting bhava. So you can get bhava in 4 ways. But for prema, how will you get prema? So for all 4, this prema is not automatic. It's not that from bhava directly you'll get prema. It's not like that. For prema, you need, Kṛṣṇa. All 4. Here you will need Kṛṣṇa Kripa. Then you will get prema. See? And when you get prema, that's when you get Bhagavat Sākṣātkar. Bhagavat Sākṣātkar, how you will get? When you have prema. But how you will get prema? By Kṛṣṇa Kripa. At this point, you need, Kṛṣṇa has to reveal himself. Kṛṣṇa has to reveal himself. Why he will reveal himself? When he is pleased by your bhakti, he will reveal himself. So, this is experiencing Kṛṣṇa. Bhagavat Sākṣātkar means experiencing Kṛṣṇa. How can you experience Kṛṣṇa? You can experience Kṛṣṇa only when you have prema. Only when you have prema. Without prema, can anyone experience Kṛṣṇa? No, impossible. Without prema, one cannot experience Kṛṣṇa. But how one gets prema? When Kṛṣṇa gives it only, you will get prema. One cannot get prema directly by doing sadhana bhakti. Immediately, as a result of doing sadhana bhakti, you can come to bhava. Yes. As a result of doing either RAGANUGA sadhana bhakti, VAIDHI sadhana bhakti, you can get bhava. Or bhava you can get directly by Kṛṣṇa Kripa or by a devotee's Kripa. Example of Bhakta Kripa is Narad Muni to Prahlad Maharaj. That means without doing any sadhana, directly by Narad Muni's mercy, he came to Bhava. Example of Krishna Kripa, all these examples are given in Nectar of Devotion. So Krishna Kripa is to, when Krishna, while going to Dwarka, on the way, the citizens of Dwarka, you can say, Krishna to citizens on the way to Dwarka. From Hastinapur, when Krishna was going to Dwarka, simply by glancing on them, he gave his mercy, and by his mercy, they all came to Bhava. So this is an example. And of course, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. These examples. By doing Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, one can get Bhava. Like this. So 4 ways to get Bhava. Four ways to get Bhava. These are the 4 ways to get Bhava. So you see how conditioned soul is progressing here. First, he is a conditioned soul. Conditioned soul absolutely needs sadhu sangha. That's the first. Without sadhu sangha, nothing. No bhakti. No beginning. No beginning without sadhu sangha. And when you say sadhu sangha, in that sadhu sangha there is kripa. There's no beginning without sadhu's mercy. So sadhu sangha. Then from sadhu sangha, by the mercy, you can get shraddha. If you get shraddha, then you go to Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. And then if you get ruchi directly, you can get ruchi and you can do raganuga sadhana bhakti. And if you get Krishna Kripa directly, you can, so no sadhana bhakti, you go to Bhava directly. Bhakta Kripa, you can go to Bhava. By doing Raganuga sadhana bhakti, you can come to Bhava. By doing Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, you can come to Bhava. But how to come from Bhava to Prema? After Bhava, then Krishna has to reveal himself. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. So dadami buddhi yogam means what? Krishna is revealing himself to that devotee. Krishna is revealing in the stage of Prema. Krishna is revealing himself. There it's not that the devotee has to do something for this. No. The devotee has got nothing to do. It's simply Krishna's free will, his sweet will. And he wants to reassure the devotee, I'm here. So he will reveal himself. First he reveals himself inside and then he reveals himself outside. So that Prema is compared to, so this, what is the difference between Bhava and Prema? Bhava is like a ray of sun. Prema is the complete sunlight. So Prema is very intense. Bhava is like, like early in the morning when the sun first rises, you see the light first. Before seeing the sun, you're seeing light. That is Bhava. But when Bhava comes, it is sure that next Prema will come. Like when you see light in the morning, you know, so very soon the sun is going to come out. Like that, when Bhava comes, then very soon you know Prema will come. But how that Prema will come? Is there anything that the devotee has to do, some sadhana or something, so that Prema will come? No. That Prema will come simply by and it's not automatic also. It is by Krishna's mercy only. So this point this is the important point here. This Krishna is giving his Krishna Kripa. Without Krishna Kripa, you cannot get Prema, and that is the point that Brahmānanda Bhāratī is making. This Krishna Kripa is important. Without Krishna Kripa, nobody gets Prema. And of course, without Prema, one cannot get Bhagavad Sakshatkar. Brahmānanda Bhāratī is getting Bhagavad Sakshatkar. He's seeing Krishna everywhere. He's seeing Krishna in Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And he's concluding that I am able to see Kṛṣṇa means it's because of love, of course. But this love came how? When the Lord gives, then only it will come. Even a devotee cannot give this love. That's the whole point. Devotee can give directly up to bhava. Narad Muni has given bhava to Prahlad Maharaj. But prema cannot be given by even the devotee. Prema has to be given by Kṛṣṇa only. Now, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere means what? He has love. Because without love, you cannot see the Lord. See, Bhagavad Sākṣātkar will happen only because of prema. He's seeing Kṛṣṇa means he has prema. But how he got that prema? He was a Mayavad philosopher. He was meditating on Brahman all the time. Now he is seeing Kṛṣṇa. What is the connection there? Because Kṛṣṇa, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given him. Kṛṣṇa has given him, that's why he is able to see. And he is also able to see Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu as Kṛṣṇa. That's why he is concluding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kṛṣṇa himself. Because nobody else can give that love. Only Kṛṣṇa can give that love. Is that point clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, I have a question.
Hmm.
Like we follow in ISKCON, both vidhis, like Bhagavad Vidhi and Pancharatika Vidhi.
Yeah.
So, Bhagavad Vidhi, we can say, may take you to Raganuga Bhakti. And Pancharatika is like Vaidhi.
Hmm.
So, by doing both, where we are going, means
It's not that,
Madhurya.
no. It's not that Bhagavad Vidhi is taking you to Raganuga Bhakti only. No. Bhagavad Vidhi means Shravanam Kirtanam. Of course, Shravanam Kirtanam is the main anga in Raganuga Bhakti, no doubt. But, and Pancharatrika Vidhi means Archanam. That means deity worship. This is Pancharatra Vidhi. So, why we are following both? So, Pancharatra Vidhi is followed in Vaidhi Bhakti. Yes, it is followed in Vaidhi Bhakti. It is, this Archanam is there in Raganuga Marga also. Our Goswamis were worshipping. We have deities, Rupa Goswami, all the Goswamis had their deities that they worship. However, when you say Pancharatra Vidhi, there are rules and regulations and maryada, procedures that are established how you should worship the Lord. Like first you have to, there is a system, there is a procedure given. For example, you have to take bath, and then after taking bath also, before entering the temple, you purify yourself with mantras, you perform achaman. Then first you have to do this, next this, next this, next this, then you have to do, arti, then you have to bathe, like that. There's a whole procedure how you have to worship the Lord. What is the need of Pancharatra Vidhi? Pancharatra Vidhi, it removes kadariyata. Kadariyata means any laziness. So, now you have to attend Mangalarti in the morning. Some days you may feel like doing it. Some days you may feel tired. You won't be able to do. But according to Pancharatra Vidhi, it is an order. Shastra is ordering that this is how you should worship according to Pancharatra Vidhi. So, it forces you to become disciplined. It kicks out whatever laziness is there in us. It's very essential. So, it's very essential for those who are not very advanced. Pancharatra Vidhi is required in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means you follow rules and regulations. What is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means bhakti which is performed how do you do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? What is the condition for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? What is the eligibility to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? Here, the eligibility to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is Shraddha, Dhrida Shraddha. Yes? So, Dhrida Shraddha, what is the definition of Dhrida Shraddha?
We are doing 24/7 Shravanam Kirtanam, the pure devotional service.
But what is the definition of Dhrida Shraddha? Shastrartha Vishwasa. Shastrartha Vishwasa. Means what? Shastra Artha means conclusion. So, Vishwasa means conviction. Conviction in the conclusion of Shastra. Conviction in the conclusion of Shastra is called Dhrida Shraddha. That means, what is the conclusion of Shastra? The conclusion of Shastra is one who surrenders to Kṛṣṇa, he is not fearful. And one who does not surrender to Kṛṣṇa, he is always fearful. So what is the Shastra saying? Surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. This is the conclusion of Shastra. So what is the conclusion of Shastra? The conclusion is surrender. So now, this is the qualification to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Dhrida Shraddha is the qualification to Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Dhrida Shraddha means you have conviction, you are convinced about the conclusion of Shastra. What is the conclusion of Shastra? You should surrender to Kṛṣṇa. So one who has Dhrida Shraddha, what is the symptom of Dhrida Shraddha? He will surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Are you following?
Yes, Mother.
So, Dhrida Shraddha's definition is Shastrartha Vishwasaha. Dhrida Shraddha, what is the meaning? What is the definition of Dhrida Shraddha? Dhrida Shraddha's definition is conviction in the conclusion of Shastra. That means you have full faith. Now, for you to be convinced about the conclusion of Shastra, should you not have faith in Shastra first? Unless you have faith in Shastra, will you have conviction in the conclusion of Shastra?
Yes.
So faith in Shastra is important. So for you to have faith in the conclusion of Shastra, you should first of all have faith in Shastra, in the scriptures. That means and then this is the eligibility criterion. Hare Krishna. This is the eligibility criterion. You can come back early if you like. You don't have to stay for the whole. I can bring you back. Okay. The eligibility criterion for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. The eligibility criterion for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is what? Is Dhrida Shraddha. And Dhrida Shraddha means Shastrartha Vishwasaha. Shastrartha Vishwasa means conviction in the conclusion of Shastra. So for you to have conviction in the conclusion of Shastra, you should have faith in Shastra first of all. So Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is based on what? It is based on your obedience to Shastra, your faith in Shastra. This is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. There's no taste or anything here. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means because Shastra is saying I have to do. Why? Because Shastra is absolute. Whatever Shastra said, that is the ultimate truth. It cannot be like Veda, right? Veda means it's final. Whatever the Veda says, that is final. Nobody can nobody can argue or refute whatever is said in the Vedas. One has to accept Veda Pramana, right? It is the authority, ultimate Pramana. So therefore, when one has faith in the Shastra like this, now he has faith in Shastra. Now what is that Shastra saying? Now Shastra is saying that surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Sarva dharman parityajya. Mamekam sharanam vraja. Surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Shastra is saying. Because he got faith in Shastra, now when Shastra is concluding you should surrender to Kṛṣṇa, what will he do? He will surrender to Kṛṣṇa. And surrendering to Kṛṣṇa means what? You do 24 hours direct devotional service. This is surrender. If you become a, if you are purchased as a slave, what will you do all day? The slave will simply serve the master. Whatever the master says, that's all he will do. Will he also, a slave, will he also have his own job somewhere else, and then part-time he's coming and doing slavery, and part-time he's doing something else and he's enjoying? That's not called a slave. Of course, being devotee is not a slave. It's more like, out of love, you surrender yourself. That's why it's not exactly, Kṛṣṇa doesn't force anyone, isn't it? Even though that's our position is Jivara Swarupohai Kṛṣṇera Nityadas. Our position is to serve Kṛṣṇa eternally. That we are meant for that. The living entity is meant to serve the Lord. But Kṛṣṇa is not forcing anyone. That's why you have so many different types of conditioned souls. Somebody is doing karma, somebody is doing jnana. They're doing because he doesn't force anyone. But Shastra is saying that your position is you are meant to serve the Lord. Surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Then you will become fearless. And I got faith in Shastra. Because I got faith in Shastra, what will I do? I will surrender to Kṛṣṇa. And when I surrender to Kṛṣṇa, what will I do? After surrendering 24 hours, I will only serve Kṛṣṇa. And serving Kṛṣṇa means direct devotional service, not indirect. Not indirect. Doing some karma and offering the result, that Aropa Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, this is indirect. We should do direct devotional service, sākṣāt bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. So surrenders to Kṛṣṇa means he is doing direct devotional service 24 hours for Kṛṣṇa's pleasure only, not for anything else. This is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means you're doing it because it is ordered by Shastra. That's my point here. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means you're doing this 24-hour direct devotional service. Why you're doing it? On the order of Shastra. Because you got that faith in Shastra now, and Shastra is ordering you surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, you are doing direct devotional service. So that means you surrender to Kṛṣṇa. And then what will you do? How will you do that devotional service? There is a procedure also given in Shastra. Procedure of how to render devotional service. This is Pancharatric Vidhi. Procedure is given how you should go about in your devotional service. First you do this, then you do this, especially Archana Paddhati. Here Pancharatric Vidhi means deity worship. Archana Paddhati, deity worship. Okay. So you will surrender to Kṛṣṇa on the order of Shastra, and how you will worship Kṛṣṇa also according to the order of Shastra. The Maryada which is set by Shastra, the rules and regulations, first do this, then this, then this. Why you have to do this? This will remove, see, all of us are now in the conditioned state. Conditioned state means conditioned by the modes of passion, ignorance. Yes, we got faith. We got faith in bhakti, but still we have those anarthas. Getting faith doesn't mean your anarthas are removed. We still have anarthas. So these anarthas will be pulling us down, sometimes pulling our heart towards sense gratification, sometimes towards attachments, this and that, all this, whatever. And aversions, samskaras are there, anarthas are there. How these anarthas will go? They will go by bhakti only. But for me to do that bhakti, I have to have, it's like, there's a manager, right, who's enforcing the workers, how they should do. Then out of fear, they do it, isn't it? Then things are done nicely. Just like we can take even the example of new bhaktas in the temple. When the new bhaktas are there, yes, they came and they joined the temple. They want to be devotees. However, you still have your conditioning. When you sleep, you're not able to wake up because you're used to sleeping in the morning also. So there's a temple commander. Temple commander, he will ring the bell and he will force them, get up, get up. So out of fear, they get up. And every day, even if they feel like sleeping, they just get up because the temple commander is coming and ordering. And they'll go down to the temple for Mangalarti. And after doing it for some months, then now they don't need to be ordered, isn't it? Now they themselves will get up. They don't need that. So this Pancharatra Vidhi means it is the order. That means there is that fear, right? Oh, Shastra is ordering, I must do it. Because Shastra is saying I have to do it. Who needs this? One who is still in the initial stages, neophyte stages, he will need this. But after you become steady, that means your anarthas go away, then Nishtha will come. At that time, you don't need this ordering. You have to do, you have to do. You see, when anarthas are there, then you will need that, order from Shastra. So that means Vaidhi sadhana bhakti is inferior compared to Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Because what is driving Vaidhi sadhana bhakti? Order of scriptures is driving. Order of scriptures is driving Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. Because Shastra said this, I have to do. If I don't do, then I'm going against Shastra. That's not correct. It's not good. If I do anything against Shastra, it's not right. We must follow the order of Shastra. So Pancharatrika Vidhi means the rules and regulations are given how to worship the deity and you follow the order strictly. According to the procedure which is given in Shastra, you will do. What will happen if you follow like that? It brings you out of your laziness. Laziness means your conditioning. We are conditioned by the three modes. It will help in bringing us out of that conditioning. So Pancharatra Vidhi is important. Especially, so Pancharatra Vidhi you will see in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. And Pancharatra Vidhi means deity worship. And in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, what is driving? Rules and regulations and the procedures, how to do step by step that are given in Shastra, that is followed in Pancharatra Vidhi. But we see even our great Goswamis, they are worshipping deities. So what about that? In Raganuga Bhakti, what is driving? In Raganuga Bhakti, the driving force is not the order of Shastra, the taste. Ruchi. Ruchi is driving your bhakti. Because you have such intense taste, 24 hours you'll be doing bhakti, direct devotional service. You are not doing 24 hours devotional service because it is ordered in Shastra. You're doing 24-hour devotional service because you got such a taste for bhakti. So generally we will see in Raganuga Bhakti it is Shravanam Kirtanam. So that comes under Bhagavat Marga. Bhagavat Marga means Shravanam Kirtanam. Out of taste, they can keep on hearing Krishna's pastimes, Vraja pastimes, renowned pastimes over and over again. 24 hours they'll be hearing. Why? Because they're getting so much fulfillment. They have a taste for that. or they'll do kirtan or smaranam. 24 hours they'll be doing that, Raganuga Bhakti. But we see you see, when you say deity worship means what? So much opulence, dravya has to be spent. That is why deity worship is meant especially for grihasthas. Because grihasthas are earning wealth. They're working and they're earning wealth. That wealth has to be channeled properly. All that wealth must be spent on the Lord. How can you spend your wealth on the Lord? Deity worship is the best way. Because for deity worship, you have to get dravya, things. You have to get fruits, vegetables, flowers, cloth, ornaments. You need money for all this. And grihasthas are anyway earning. So the more wealth you have, the more opulently you should worship the deity. It is essential for two reasons. Pancharatra Vidhi or deity worship is essential for grihasthas. One reason is they have so much wealth that they are accumulating. Vitta shatyam will happen. Vitta shatyam means that wealth that they have will become contaminated if it is not spent on Kṛṣṇa. That wealth will cause your, will be an obstruction for your spiritual progress. Accumulation of wealth. Vitta shatyam, right? If you're simply accumulating wealth, it is actually going to, obstruct your spiritual progress. So that wealth has to be purified. How? By spending it on Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, deity worship is essential for grihasthas. According to our standard, those who don't have a lot of wealth, according to their standards, they will worship. Of course, that's why Guru is required. Guru will decide. He will decide based on your condition, your situation. He will set the standard and you should worship according to the standard. Now you cannot change the standard after it is set by Guru. You have to follow that. That is what is going to kick out kadariyata. Kadariyata means laziness. Because this is the standard. So many artis I have to do and so many offerings I have to do and all that. Whatever standard is set, you have to do that. That will help us progress. And the other point is, grihasthas means they're dealing with women also. Wealth and women. That means there is always opportunity for sense gratification and falling out of schedule, falling out of the, so that's why when there is order from Shastra, there's a procedure that you have to follow, right? Karna hi padega. That keeps them on track. If there is no deity, then no need of rising in the morning. Anytime we will chant. There's so many reasons. I worked so late last night, so I'll sleep in today. I won't wake up. So many reasons you'll have. Because grihastha means so many other activities. So for grihasthas, Pancharatra is important. Deity worship is essential. So we have a combination of Bhagavat Marga and Pancharatra Vidhi. Bhagavat Vidhi and Pancharatra Vidhi. That's true. So Bhagavat Vidhi means Shravanam Kirtanam. Pancharatra Vidhi means deity worship. Now, whether we are doing Vaidhi Bhakti or Raganuga Bhakti means Vaidhi Bhakti only we are doing. Because the qualification to do Raganuga Bhakti is you have to have Ruchi. It's like if you, if you're doing Raganuga Bhakti, if you developed Ruchi, this is rare though. Somebody in the very beginning, that's why I showed you this. You see, who does Raganuga Bhakti? Raganuga Bhakti is done by one who has Ruchi. I'll make another color for Raganuga Bhakti. Okay. Ruchi is the qualification for Raganuga Bhakti. That means in the beginning, by sadhus mercy, he gets ruchi. And by that ruchi, he starts Raganuga Bhakti from beginning itself. However, if one follows Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, somewhere down the line, this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti also leads to ruchi, isn't it? In Vaidhi Bhakti, you have Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi. So by following Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti also, at some point you will come to Ruchi. That means in sequence. You get Shraddha and then you start Shuddha Bhakti, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. According to rules and regulations, you're practicing Bhakti 24 hours, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, everything. Pancharatra system, Bhagavad system, everything you're following. And by following that, by that bhajan, so exactly how much of what you follow, who will decide? Guru will decide. Acharya will decide. How much Archanam, how much Shravanam, Kirtanam, how much book distribution, all that. Acharya will decide. Or your Shiksha Guru will decide how much you should do. By doing that sadhana 24 hours, what will happen? Your anarthas are being removed and you come to the stage of Nishta, steady devotional service 24 hours. And after that, you will come to Ruchi. Here, this person came to Ruchi in the beginning itself by the mercy of Sadhu. But if you don't have it in the beginning, you are not eligible for Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. You have to follow Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti because you have to build this Shraddha by hearing Shastras. And then you do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. By following Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, at one point you will get Ruchi. And then same, like this. From here onwards, you will follow Raganuga Bhakti. So if after you get Ruchi here, then you will follow Raganuga Bhakti. You see? So you can change like that. You can follow to Raganuga Bhakti. Or one can just, by Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, he gets Ruchi. From Ruchi, he goes to Bhava. This is Aishwarya Yukta. But at Ruchi stage, if you switch to Raganuga Bhakti, then you'll get Madhurya Bhava. Are you following, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Any questions?
No, Mataji. I was just wondering that if we are doing both, like Bhagavad Vidhi and Vaidhi Bhakti, so where we are going exactly? So means we are majorly following Vaidhi Bhakti.
Yeah, correct. And you can mix Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this is from Ragavatma Chandrika by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It's talking about Raganuga Bhakti. So now, after we understand that Raganuga Bhakti is superior to Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, so we want to do Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. We understand the glory of Raganuga Bhakti. However, we don't have the qualification to do Raganuga Bhakti. So what happens in Raganuga Bhakti is they don't follow all the rules and regulations that are set in Shastra. For example, in Pancharatra Vidhi, right? These are the rules, you have to do this, 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 and this. They don't do. Why? Because they don't have an objection in following. But if following those rules is interfering with their spontaneous flow of devotional service, then they will skip those rules. They won't follow those rules. You understand? Why? Because their bhakti is not driven by the order given in Shastra. Their bhakti is driven now by ruchi, by this taste. Bhakti is driven by ruchi. So they have so much taste, that taste is driving them to do bhakti 24 hours. It's not these rules. It's not like I'm falling away into Maya and therefore the rules are bringing me back online. That we need. A lower level bhakta who keeps falling away into Maya, then I need that reminder from time to time. I need that fear. Oh, Shastra is saying, I must do this. Guru Maharaj has ordered, I have to do this. So out of fear, I will be doing. But a Raganuga Bhakta, he is not falling into Maya. That for him, he needs to take the help of the orders given in Shastra. He has taste. That taste is pushing him to do bhakti 24 hours. So therefore, he doesn't need the support of the paddhatis, the rules that are given and the procedures that are given in Shastra. However, externally, to set example to others, he may follow also. But in his heart, he's not like, oh, he's not doing that bhakti because Shastra is saying. No, no. His 24-hour Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam will be going on constantly. Meditation will be going on. So now for us, we don't have that qualification. We don't have ruchi to do like that. But we know Raganuga Bhakti is, that's where we want to go. We don't want to remain in Vaidhi Bhakti. But we don't have the qualification for Raganuga Bhakti. Actually, we don't even have the qualification for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti yet. We don't have Dhrida Shraddha to do it 24 hours. We are still trying to cultivate Shraddha. But the good news is, Acharya says, while you're doing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, you can mix some elements of Raganuga Bhakti so that you know that you're going in that direction. You want to go to Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. So what elements can you mix? So Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is compared to a, like a stalk. When you have a creeper, you grow the creeper on a stalk, right? Like a stick, because that is firm. And this creeper is very delicate. So this creeper gets support on this stick. Similarly, when we don't have ruchi, right? It's very tender. Then we have to take support of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, rules and regulations. But while you're because that is firm, rules and regulations, that will keep you straight. While practicing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, you can also include some Raganuga Bhakti's elements. And if you gave up rules and regulations, and if you said, I will only do Raganuga Bhakti because it is very tender for you, right? Because you don't have that ruchi yet. So your creeper is very tender, it will fall away. It won't be able to grow. It will just fall down. But if it has that support of that Vaidhi Bhakti, then on that you can gradually, your tender Raganuga Bhakti can grow. So this is the analogy given. So what does that mean? What elements of Raganuga Bhakti can we add in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? So one thing that is said is, when you are chanting your Gayatri mantra, those who are second initiated, in that, when you are chanting, there are, Gayatri mantras, there are different mantras for Guru, for Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, for Kṛṣṇa, like that. So when you're chanting your Gayatri mantra, while chanting, you can meditate on Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan. So at this time, Kṛṣṇa is milking the cows. So morning time and evening time, when we chant Gayatri, that's the time when Kṛṣṇa is milking the cows. So this is the milking time of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan is milking cows now. You can meditate like that. That means Raganuga Bhakti means what? Raganuga Bhakti means following the Ragatmika Bhakti. Ragatmika Bhakti is the Bhakti followed by the Vrajvasis, whose hearts are filled with Raga. So you are following their Bhakti means whatever they are doing all day, you do the same thing here. But you do it in your meditation, in your heart. Externally, you'll be doing Vaidhi Bhakti to show the world. But in your meditation, in your heart, you're doing Raganuga Bhakti. To do Raganuga Bhakti, because it is done mentally, isn't it? You use your mind to do Raganuga Bhakti. To do that, your mind should be pure. With impure mind, how we will do Raganuga Bhakti? We cannot even focus our mind for 1 hour on the holy name. Now, how we will do Raganuga Bhakti when the mind is polluted? That is why Raganuga Bhakti can be done properly when all anarthas are removed. When you come to Nishtha, when your mind is purified, then you can do Raganuga Bhakti. But there is no problem. After you get your second initiation, Acharya says, when you're chanting Gayatri Mantra, because those are the times when we chant Gayatri Mantra, so you can meditate now Kṛṣṇa is milking the cows in Vrindavan. Why? Because that's where you want to go, Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, what do the devotees do? It's Goloka, a loka of cows. So there cow milking goes on and so forth. So there are other things. That's a, Ragavatma Chandrika gives more details, but we didn't read all the details there. But some points were discussed in the course Raganuga Sadhan Bhakti. So there it is said that when you are chanting your Gayatri, you can meditate on, while chanting Gayatri, you can meditate on Kṛṣṇa and Vrindavan milking cows. So this is how you're mixing some Raganuga Bhakti's elements while you're doing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. And then gradually as you progress in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, at one point when you get Ruchi, then you can do completely Raganuga Sadhana.
Beautiful,
I'll just finish the purport. We have to complete this verse today. I had started it the other day, but without having a translation, without having ecstatic love for Kṛṣṇa, one cannot see him directly. Therefore, through the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Brahmānanda Bhāratī has acquired direct vision of the Lord. So this is Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya saying. He's saying both are correct. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is right, Brahmānanda Bhāratī is right. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is right by saying that without love, one cannot see Kṛṣṇa. Even if Kṛṣṇa is personally present, if you have no love, you cannot see Kṛṣṇa. How is Brahmānanda Bhāratī right? Brahmānanda Bhāratī is right because that love, how you are getting. Without love, you are not seeing Kṛṣṇa. But to get that love, who is giving that love? Kṛṣṇa only has to give you that love. Nobody else can give that prema. Only Kṛṣṇa can give. So he is saying, because from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as soon as I came in touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. Means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kṛṣṇa, because only Kṛṣṇa can give love. No one else can give love. And without love, you cannot see Kṛṣṇa. I am seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. Means I got love, but how I got this love? By Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kṛṣṇa. That is Brahmananda Bharati's point. So Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying both are correct. Mahaprabhu is saying without love you cannot see Kṛṣṇa. That's right. And then he is saying that ihara kripate hoy darshan ihar. ये चैतन्य महाप्रभु के कृपा से ब्रह्मानंद भारती को कृष्ण का दर्शन मिल रहा है. So he is also accepting what Brahmananda Bhāratī said. Without having ecstatic love for Krishna, one cannot see him directly. Therefore, through the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Brahmananda Bhāratī has acquired direct vision of the Lord. Purport. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu said, you are Brahmananda Bhāratī, an advanced devotee who ecstatically loves the Supreme Lord. Therefore, you see Krishna everywhere, and there is no doubt about it. Okay? That's what Mahaprabhu said, isn't it? That because when Brahmananda Bhāratī said, I'm seeing Krishna in my heart, in front of my eyes, constantly, I'm just seeing Krishna everywhere. And you did this to me. He's saying to Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, like you did it to Bilav Thakur, you did it to me. So Mahaprabhu is saying, no, you're a great devotee, your heart is filled with love. It is the power of that love which is making you see Krishna everywhere. You're a great devotee and your heart is filled with love. Because of that love, you're seeing Krishna everywhere. Now Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is reconciling both the points, saying Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya was a mediator between Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu and Brahmānanda Bhāratī, and his judgment was that an advanced devotee like Brahmānanda Bhāratī was seeing Krishna. That is right. He is an advanced devotee, right? He has love and is seeing Krishna. But how he is able to see? By Krishna's mercy only. You can see Krishna when you have love, and that love you get by Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, you cannot get. Krishna directly presents himself before the vision of an advanced devotee. Since Brahmānanda Bhāratī was an advanced devotee, he saw Krishna in the person of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. In other words, in the words of Brahma Samhita, Preman janachurita bhakti vilocanena santah sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achintya gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Sham Sundar, situated within the heart of the devotee. So unless you have that prema, unless your eyes are anointed with prema, you cannot see Sham Sundar everywhere. You cannot see Krishna everywhere. But how your eyes will be anointed with prema? That will only happen when the Lord anoints your eyes with prema. That prema is not your property. You cannot earn it. You cannot build it or cultivate it. Prema is given by Kṛṣṇa. Bhava, you can get, I told you, 4 ways how you'll get bhava. But from bhava to prema, how you'll go? Kṛṣṇa only has to be. So again, I'm just going over the lines one last time. So Mahaprabhu said that you, Brahmānanda Bhāratī, are a Mahabhagavad devotee. That's why you are seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere. There is no doubt about this. You are seeing Kṛṣṇa everywhere because you have so much love for the Lord. You are Mahabhagavad devotee. So Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya, being a mediator between the two, said that Brahmānanda Bhāratī is Mahabhagavad and therefore he is able to see Kṛṣṇa. This is true. Whatever Mahaprabhu said is true. That Brahmānanda Bhāratī is a Mahabhagavad, that's why he is seeing Kṛṣṇa. Because Kṛṣṇa will show himself only to Mahabhagavats. Yes. Bhagwan shows himself, sākṣātkar, he will only show to premi bhaktas, those who have love. He will show only to them. So those who have prema, they are called Mahabhagavad devotees. Sri Krishna will show himself, will give his sākṣāt darshan only to Mahabhagavats. But without having that love, sākṣātkar is not possible. He will show himself to those who have love. If one does not have love, even if the Lord is present, he will not be able to see. So then, he's saying, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is saying that ihara kripate, that means by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's kripa, darshana ihara. This person is getting darshan. That means Brahmānanda Bhāratī. So first ihara is for Caitanya Mahāprabhu, second ihara is for Brahmānanda Bhāratī is getting darshan. By Mahaprabhu's mercy, only Brahmānanda Bhāratī is getting darshan. And how you get darshan? Only when you have love. So what do we understand? By Mahaprabhu's mercy, he got prema. So Mahaprabhu is saying, yes, you have prema, that's why you are seeing. But how he got that prema? He got that prema by Mahaprabhu's mercy. But prema, who will give? Kṛṣṇa will give. Other than Kṛṣṇa, who can give? That means Bhagwan, Kṛṣṇa will give. That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kṛṣṇa. If he is able to give prema, then he must be Kṛṣṇa, isn't it? So that way, Sārvabhauma Bhaṭṭācārya is supporting both statements and giving his conclusion. Ihara word, first one is referring to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Second ihara is referring to Brahmānanda Bhāratī, who's getting darshan of Kṛṣṇa. So, how he is getting? Because he has love. That's why this shloka is quoted. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochana. So we'll stop there today. Long class. Thank you so much. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Can I ask one more question?
Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
So sorry, Mataji. Regarding Gayatri, you mentioned we can meditate on the Krishna milking pastime in morning and evening. So we have this Sapta Gayatri. So during, means just keep on chanting all those Gayatri and just meditate on that pastime. This is how?
That's what it is said. Yes, especially when you're chanting, Krishna Gayatri, but all Gayatris when you're chanting, you can meditate on Krishna and Vrindavan, because that's our goal, to get Krishna and Vrindavan.
Okay, so is the same milking pastime or another different pastimes as well?
Because it is, it's not like you're imagining here. The thing is, it is happening at that time. You understand? That's the point. Right now, when I'm chanting Gayatri, at this time, Krishna is milking cows. So that way you're connecting.
Oh,
so
somewhere.
What is, because you see, Raganuga Bhakti means what? Raganuga Bhakti means you follow the same schedule what Vrajavasis are following. That is Raganuga Bhakti. Now, Vrajavasis, what do? Vrajavasis also There are different types of Vrajavasis in different relationships. So that is why you have to follow one particular Vrajavasi. So for all of us, the role model is Rupa Manjari. We are all followers of Rupa Manjari. So what is her schedule? What does she do all day? How is she serving Kṛṣṇa? Day and night, actually. How they are serving Kṛṣṇa, how she is serving Kṛṣṇa, what is her schedule? So when you go to Raganuga Bhakti, throughout the day and night, you will closely follow what Rupa Manjari does. Externally, internally, in your mind. And externally, you will follow what Rupa Goswami does throughout his day. This is how one progresses in Raganuga Bhakti. But now we don't have the qualification to do it 24 hours throughout the day like that. But at least we are not even qualified to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti strictly. We are doing little bit here and there, whatever has been given by Srila Prabhupada for beginning, right? We are doing some things now. But when you get Dhrida Shraddha, you will endeavor to do devotional service 24 hours somehow or other. Raganuga Bhakti, what you will do? You will follow the schedule of the Brajvasis. So at this time, what they do, at this time, what they do, at this time, what they do. So now, little bit, like when I'm chanting Gayatri, at that time, what happens? Krishna is milking the cows. So you'll just meditate on that. So this is like, you're just starting like that. So can we meditate on other pastimes? I don't know about that. That was not mentioned, so I don't know. But the connection here that I'm seeing, afternoon also, basically you just meditate on that. It didn't say, yeah, afternoon, I don't know.
Maybe
But it,
Krishna is taking prasad with cowherd voice.
maybe, yeah. Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Śrī Gaurahari. Maybe. But the details are given in Ragavatma Chandrika. So what else can be done and all that in the course, those details were not, because ultimately now we have to work on our Shraddha. But yeah, you can add these things. It's not like you shouldn't do this. While you're doing, if you got your second initiation, you can do this. It is said. So it is legal. It is bona fide. You can do it. There's nothing wrong with that. That much. And more than that, what else can we do? You'll have to refer to Ragavatma Chandrika. I didn't read the whole thing. I just know whatever was covered in the course, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay?
Thank you very much, Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti darshanam ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Pranam.